Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back. I hope you don't mind the sound of the rain pitter-pattering on the roof of the vehicle right now. We've got the hatch open and I've spontaneously decided to bring my cards over to a cemetery where some of my ancestors were interred. And this seems like an ancestral message, particularly at 33 seconds, the first card coming out. When I picked up this particular deck that used to belong to my mother, I inherited it when she passed. When I picked this up, the rain started more intensely. And so at that moment, I've split the deck to 7 of Swords on this side and Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and a few more here. Watch that rain kind of pick up. There's something here. And the one that flew out is actually the 14 Major Arcana Temperance. Temperance is about equalizing forces or adding something, taking something away, altering a recipe. And so our lives and our manifestations and our visions are all recipes, and our energetic investments and the foods and media that we consume are all part of this recipe. So in this here that we're getting the small stacks, we've got the 6 and the 7 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, broken up by the Queen of Wands, the High Priestess, and the 8 of Wands. So there's some type of messages here about your abundance, balancing out your hard work and effort and your existing resources in order to apply your creative vision towards something meaningful and something that you are perhaps really born into this time and place to do. Now, you might have many different skills and aspects to your personality that you're trying to figure out a way how to make everything fit. Like there's all of this interest in all of these side quests I'm kind of hearing. Many of you may identify as being a bit different neurally than other folks. Not to say that you have any issues, but that you're not typical. You're not neurotypical. And so some of you might feel a bit ADD from time to time, hyper, and then quiet and restful at longer and longer intervals. And now I am thinking of my friend that asked me if one of my messages was for her. That's interesting. Yeah, the highs and the lows. And oh, this is beautiful here. So the one, singularity, the source, universe, unity consciousness, Christ consciousness here, number 30. And that comes out with a bit of a pile. And it came out like this. The sword here is the very furthest back. And look at how the sun and the moon and the earth, perhaps, all of these different color palettes are like breaking up the sky, and it's illusion and clarity, or the catalyzing moment where we understand something. Coming out with the mystic. And what does that cover? The venom, the prayer, the mentor, the mountain, and the flame. That's really powerful. So Spirit wants to, ancestors at 444, thank you for the confirmation. Our ancestors are speaking about some type of sacred flame that exists within you. And it's the thing that you were born here to embody, the truth that you are here to wield in this earthly material realm. And it's to stay very true and authentic to what it is that continues to be true about you. It's like, what would you do if you had no concerns? What would be the most enjoyable thing that you could just be or do, or a thing that you would like to experience? And I feel like a lot of that is exactly how we were placed here on purpose. And for many of us tuning in here, we've done a lot of this sacred solitary work and practice, and it's helped us to develop that flame, to tend the inner fires, and to really hone our gifts as a practice of sculpting our passion into form. It's the manifesto of our own experience. And Spirit is telling us that there may be resources at your disposal, whether those are tangible, like maybe an artist's palette or an instrument that belonged to somebody else. I'm seeing somebody with a really old wooden acoustic guitar, and it's just beautiful. It's like there's somebody's name carved in the back, and it makes me it makes me tear up to think about that individual looking down upon you as you apply that craft and your unique voice through the instrument that is that, symbolically for many of you, because not all of us have a guitar, or in my case, I just cannot seem to get my fingers around the bridge of the guitar. It just doesn't function for me. But there's this, there's a prayer for you to Spirit to help you to break through some type of fog or illusion, to gain this truth and clarity through the darkness, and through like whatever element of suffering or release that you're going through right now, and helping you to understand what Spirit's asking you to do and to release, so that you can embrace this next level. Because many of us would be willing to do it if we exactly understood the next level. And so the ancestors are coming through to remind us to be in that prayerful mindset, particularly with things that bring up that anger and that momentum that comes from the lower self, that wants to celebrate riling people up, or poking the bear, or gossip or slander. I mean, every once in a while, I would find myself watching different things on YouTube or wherever that were something like, am I the asshole for blah 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 Reddits and reactor posts? But really that engages a part of us that can be useful from time to time, but it's all about not getting lost in the celebration of, yeah, ha ha ha, justice is served since somebody. It's like, it's also giving that the physical humor when you just know that dad's standing behind little Johnny playing t-ball, and you know what happens next. And it's like, I've personally gotten to the place years ago where I would just look at that like, I don't understand the humor behind watching people get physically injured. I mean, if somebody like slips and it's cute and it doesn't, nobody gets hurt, that's one thing. But when you see somebody get injured, it's a different type of a consumption of energy. And then when you further relish in that and celebrate it and really enjoy that, I think there's something to be learned about that, because the ancestors are telling us to watch the recipe. It's all about the recipe. Somebody that possibly was in your matriarchal line may have done a lot of cooking, and they didn't understand that that was perhaps part of their medicine. They just thought it was calming or soothing, but it was how they channeled some of this sacred recipe making in their life. It was very meditative for them. It was something that they felt like they could innovate and make their mark in some type of a way. So I don't know if you are actually somebody who is also a cook or has some of those old recipes and you've maybe wanted to apply something like a dietary adjustment for all of the people who are now wanting to watch their sugar or their cholesterol or fill in the blank. You know, you may be altering a physical recipe or altering your route to work, your commute, or the way that you handle your relationships in particular. There's some type of mystical practice that has been in your DNA that you have activated, and it seems like the ancestors are coming through to say, don't let some type of controversy or mental, emotional disclarity come in and suffocate or take the air out of your lungs here with the flame. They don't want it to stifle your light, because whether it's your ancestors or some other level of spirit, you have been mentored into this state of illuminated mysticism. And so you are a channel in your own right. You've had a lot of foresight, particularly as we get this covering the mystic here. Three of Wands is all about foresight, reading the signs, and being able to flow with the universe. Like, let's say you're getting the message, go, 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 do, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, it's time for me to sit back. And you thought you were going to wake up and do all of these things, but all of a sudden Spirit's like, no, sit still. Or like you thought you had to go to this one place and you get halfway there and you get a message and you're like, no, hard stop, no, turn that bus around and head straight back to someplace else, to a different destiny point. It's like some type of divine intervention so that something else can direct you. It's like the will-o'-the-wisp card, where the various sparkles and things, now we're back to the ADD, like, oh, squirrel, it's part of the message. And so sometimes in my past I would talk about things and I wanted to tell all the details, and I would come back around, and it was almost like people couldn't follow me, because I was almost like turning and weaving and twisting and turning in this spiral pattern, and people couldn't necessarily take in as many things as were sparking and connecting all those synaptic boom, 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 boom. And it's not like I'm some savant, although some people here may be, especially in your niche, especially if it's some type of mysticism where you don't understand what it is coming through you, but you'll understand that it's spirit led. And so yeah, you're able to, in this way, follow the signs and synchronicities in such a way as to be at the right place at the right time. And so here I am in this cemetery unexpectedly. It's interesting. And the letter directly in front of me is the first letter of my name. It's the D. And I'm also holding the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is very much about soulmate type energy. And I feel like in this moment, this card is talking about, we've got the World at the bottom, clearing something up and clearing, it's like organization and right order with that clearing of the old debris, clearing out your schedule, for instance, like if something that you thought you had to do and suddenly don't have to do. It's like Spirit is clearing something out of your path so that you can meet with something else. So what else from this archetypal deck, because that's coming back up again. Okay, wow. Another little stack. Now on the bottom we have the healer and the shapeshifter, and now it wants to reveal the gem. So there's this hidden capacity that you have to heal yourself by understanding about how your alchemy and your ability to traverse time and space in a different way. You're not bound by the material in a certain way like others are. And so you're able to communicate and to connect and to alter your own pathway forward, your own alchemy. You can change the molecular structure of your own body and beingness, and you can mold and shape your destiny and the material world in a very powerful way. Something here related to your father as well, the orphan. It may be that you did not have a strong community or fatherly influence on your life, or maybe the one that was there was somewhat not in alignment with what you thought you needed. We've got the Judge. It comes through as particularly a judgmental aspect between the two, like not understanding, not being on the same page for some of us, or having different beliefs and value systems, because with the dead end, it's like, quit trying to pray for them to change and love them instead of resisting, because resistance and wanting for change is sometimes not unconditional love, right? It's saying, I'll love you when you change. And so there's something coming to a closure there, closing up some loose ties and healing that before it's too late. Let's face it, time is precious here in this realm. And we've also got, why I was kind of saying, dang, we've got the Shaman now. So the mystical Shaman is the name of the shamanic deck that's also in my lap. We'll be moving to that one once I get through this stack here. So the mystical Shaman has some messages for us about our own capacity to work through the layers of everything that came before and all of our intentions here, to communicate and to work with the unseen forces and realms here. Oh, and that's beautiful. Now we have the Mother showing up as well. The Mother wants to confirm. Oh, for some of you, oh, there comes the rain too. Eureka, right? Some of you are perhaps concerned with changes in fertility, and this could be for whether you're masculine or feminine, the ability that you have to continue to be inspired and motivated and to keep something going that has been taking so much of your time, energy, and attention, but stay the course. Keep those fires burning by taking the necessary rests while you can, because you have all of these beautiful, beautiful nest egg abundance here. It's giving this generational line. Like, some of you are still hoping to add to that generational line. And we've got this serpent snake energy suggesting that some of you may be finding yourself in the position to make plans in this way by the end of this Chinese lunar year of the serpent, which I don't know when it ends, but it's going to be sometime between late January to early February, mid-February of 2026. And from the serpent, we'll be moving into the year of the horse. So that will be interesting. So there's a lot of family dynamics here. And the Mother, I was holding the Mother with this temple. So there's this prayer, because we already had the prayer and now we have the hands in prayer in the temple. And it's really talking about particularly those of you who are parents, whether you are the father or the mother, it's talking about creating a safe space within your body with so much self-love, because some of you didn't feel that necessary freedom from your parents in this life, and it may be too late for some of us to get that level from them in their material form, but it's talking about making sure that you take care of yourself and don't waste your life living for other people, or living so that other people will be happy because it makes you happy to see people happy. I said that to my friend the other day too, because it was a message that was for myself. I found that even the things that I am very interested in, I do those things sometimes because I want to draw people in for community and for sharing, and nobody has made this space that is answering the call of my soul, and so I'm being told to continue to make the space myself. And so it's like something that you may have been trying to get together hasn't perhaps been working just because you've been doing it to make other people happy. And that's a dynamic that your ancestors wish they had the guts to embody that lesson while they were here. And my grandmother told me very loudly, and if I had listened at the time, my uncle tried as well before her, as they passed into spirit, talking about the fleetingness of time and how beautiful that the source of the unity consciousness truly is. And the only thing blocking us from that is the experience with the pain body. And the lesson of the snake in the serpent year is to allow ourselves to shed that old pain body. Gathering around power of community. I appreciate you guys and this budding community online here on YouTube so much. Gathering around. The power of community is so profound. I mean, it takes a community or a village to raise a child. We're talking very much about the inner child as well, and the level of self-care that goes into protecting and guarding our inner child. It's important, I said this earlier on the Daily Dharma, to be careful of what we're allowing our children to watch on TV, the types of leadership that they're following, the types of teachings that they're taking in, and our inner child, what types of attitude adjustments might they need so that they can embrace more love and not stomp around when they can't have ice cream for breakfast on a Monday morning. We're getting the corn. There's some type of confusing redirection from spirit. And it's also talking about the other souls that are out here in the cosmos searching for other ones like us, and being able to hold your light within in such a strong, powerful way. It requires self-love, and that's one of the first basic messages, right? Is that I am you, you are me. When we're looking at that unity Christ consciousness, now coming out the Watchers, transpersonal. The ancestors are trying to give you these signs within like the confusing chaos energies around us. Certain threads are speaking to us like, oh, squirrel, that's a thread. That's something that is meant to draw our attention. And maybe it's just to continue to watch the world and how animals move and what they must be experiencing. It's like being so in the moment is so different. And it's a different experience than what many have allowed. So we have wind as well with that falcon energy. I feel like these are the transpersonal watchers watching you shed this skin here and emerge with your light wings intact and catching the wind beneath your wings. It's like we've just had this major coming out, emergence from this old energy. And it's like, it's no longer hard. We're not faking anything. It's just like, it's been there all along, but we just couldn't make it fit. And so we keep getting the take flight card as well. And that's what it is. It's like allowing the winds to continue to shift us around and to speak to us. And every breath is a prayer. Every prayer is an affirmation. And every affirmation is a building block of that self-love. We're getting this tiny house with horned cactus. A tidy house, clarity and organization with the horned cactus, resourcefulness. And we already talked about your resources. And there's something that Spirit is indicating for you. It may be literal supplies. Oh my gosh, look at this. The giveaway. It's something you may have inherited, either a skill, a mindset, a delight for life, being in the moment, lay of the land, some type of inherited physical property perhaps. But they're talking about this, and I'm seeing the caterpillar card popping out below it, and it reads opportunity. So they gave you something that holds a lot of ancestral wisdom about how to make the most of your time here. Behind resourcefulness is the medicine wheel. To not allow yourself to be fooled by any type of errant thinking about, well, maybe I'll just, watch TV tonight. But if you need to watch TV, take whatever you're doing to the TV with you and do something. Make some type of a move today. I know I'm picking on all of you guys that watch TV. It's never been my thing. And this is so beautiful. But we're being told to simplify our life, to clear out the clutter, physical, mental, emotional, some other way, because we're coming across some of either the mediums, the actual artistry, or the instruments or the tools necessary for the trade that you have embodied because of this good, bad, and ugly that was your ancestral line and the Akashic heritage that has come through you in this time. It's like you're understanding, and you may be somebody who really wants to be involved with tiny house movements, intentional living. I know I am. And tree houses in particular, or hobbit houses here, fairy gardens, teepees, something out of the roots or twisted growth patterns of trees. There's something very natural emerging for you, living more closely to the land here that comes out. Oh, and that is the number 1 again, which also relates to that mother card about your abundance and your fertility. And this is actually my mother and spirit card, this high vibrational hummingbird essence of telling you understand how to restart your fire, how to re-engage your heart and your mind, and to pull yourself out of any type of lethargy or addiction, or to seek the right influences or guidance or therapy or counseling, whatever it is for you, to reset your vibrational alchemy to this 2 of Cups love magnet energy here, because you're completing some type of old energy, again with that snake energy, correct? By the end of this year, this energy of integration should be finalized. It's like we've got a lot to go through in this eclipse portal right now. We're completing these phases, but I feel like that standstill energy is like this next phase that we're entering now at eclipse season, or at the time of you watching this, is coming full circle in some type of way. I feel like there was something else I was going to say about that, though. The tiny houses, clearing out the clutter to complete an old cycle. So also, yes, so some of the items that you have are also imbued with the energy of the maker, the craftsman, or the one that it belonged to at 2929, which is actually 1111. So they want to remind you that energies can be cleansed and cleared, and it doesn't make it not connected to that ancestor. It just clears away any type of attachment energy that individual wasn't able to process while they owned it. And you can set those intentions yourself with spirit as to how you want that transformation to happen with that. And we can also do that with our homes and with ourselves, cutting cords and such. Eyes of the eagle here coming in, beautiful. You're being watched by these loving eyes, and you're really looking at something very intensely here, and you're rising above the fray, literally. There's this spiritual promotion and a physical manifestation that's promoting us to the next level. It's this embodiment of this beautiful love here and now, and not waiting for others to give that or gift it to us, but to be that for ourselves. It's this self-love glow up that is enabling us to move through this portal of rebirth, which keeps coming up. This phoenix type energy here, inner child energy, and look at that clarity and realization coming in for us. Still battling some old demons, working on it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I feel that it's something either crafty or some type of gift that you have that you're ready to share with the world, or some type of endeavor or pursuit or hobby that's coming online more and more and more over these last few years, and being ready to really reveal this and to make your debut. And yeah, your excellence is because of you taking the pause, slowing those energies down, and sinking into your messages, into your shamanic mysticism, and to clear out all of that old clutter from all of this material plane, and healing, harmonizing, and rebirthing or birthing the new into form. So anyways, I'm going to throw one more reading today, I think. So check out some of the other messages. If these are resonating, please do consider hitting some of those buttons for us, helping us grow the channel, because we're trying to get up to the next level so that we can bring some live readings and some super chats where you guys can just put a few dollars in the pool, and I'll read your personal energies live for you at a much discounted rate. Or if you want a personal reading, reach out to me at the email listed in the description box below. And if this is where we part, until next time, take care of yourselves. Sending you so much love. Thank you so much for your time.